Alright boys, this is what you get. You get me, you get the Mega, you get some mirrors that got to be removed and some door handles that got to be removed. And we're all mic'd up here, and you just get me, and we're just gonna chat about whatever, and get the mirrors and the Mega, or get the mirrors off the Mega, and the door handles, get the door panels off, and yeah, you just get me chatting. We're just gonna chat, have a good talk. That's the plan anyway. We'll see if I can keep you guys entertained for however long this takes. For those of you guys who haven't removed door handles or door panels, Phillips screwdriver, and then you need a 10mm for your door handle. Remove all the Phillips across the bottom here. 2 across the bottom, 1 behind the door handle. That'll slide up. Get your 10 in here. I think it's 10. There it is. Yep. You know, as I build this Megacab again, obviously you guys on YouTube have only seen the first gen and what that truck's turned into, but I was building trucks well before the YouTube days, obviously, but the first gen was kind of like the race truck, I guess you'd say, and that's kind of what started the channel. And as I've done the race truck over the years, just really missed having a truck for, I guess, show. That was really what that was the purpose of all the other trucks, you know, show trucks. Which I get is not everyone's cup of tea. Show trucks definitely aren't for everyone, and I'm sure some people won't like the Megacab when it's done, which is fine. You know, it's just the nature of the beast. And people coming from the first gen being old school. I wonder if you could just pin it to my hat. How's that? Does that look cool? No. Oh, now it's stuck. How's that? Still hear me? Still got me? In the head. That works, I guess, huh? It's out of the way. Or let's reset this mic. Hold on. Technical difficulties here. As I was saying, I've just gone to really miss the I guess show truck side of things. Having a truck in the show and just having something people look at and break necks with, I guess you'd say, when you drive places, and it's just something that's different that people aren't used to seeing. Don't get me wrong, the first gens. Oh God. Oh God. Pretty sure I just broke every tab on my door handles, but third gen things. Just like that. Door handles. I'll shove this back inside here. Don't need that. We're going. Which now gives you access to your 3 10mm nuts. For you guys that are, I guess, just starting out or gonna get into the truck scene, I would say that the biggest thing I've taken over the years is not everyone's truck's perfect. Might look like it on Instagram and social media and stuff, but I mean, that's just social media for you. Everyone's life looks so much better and different than it is, but everyone's got their own shit going on, you know? So, no one's truck's perfect. SEMA trucks, on the other hand, obviously to compete in that show, you've got to have something that's different, but we're not competing with those guys. And I think I have this conversation with my buddy Caleb all the time, I mean, nowadays it's a lot easier to be, I guess, depending on where you live. Utah, like where we are, the truck scene's not like, the way I worded it to Caleb is it's not that hard to be different, you know. It's not that hard to build something that people don't see, or vice versa. That's how you get a mirror off, folks. But it's not that hard to build something that's different, that's not seen, that's something that people want to see, I guess you'd say. Every truck has its own flaws. No one's truck's perfect, as much as people try to make them, which obviously that's the goal, is to try to make your truck as perfect, or as perfect for you. And I think over the years of just doing this, you just realize everyone's just out here trying to do their best with what trucks they do have. And you know, I catch myself all the time saying that, you know, if it's not a diesel, then it's just not. I still say that, but I'm getting better of like, gassers, you know, that's cool too. If not, at the end of the day, not everyone needs a diesel, and bottom line, I probably didn't need it for a long time, but I had a Tacoma. That's kind of what started, you know, put some color changing lights on it, did the color changing lights, did a color match grill that I painted myself. You know, we all start somewhere, and then I got a Subaru thinking I wanted to be in the car scene, and then I bought my first LLY Duramax after that. And it's everyone's, I try to convince people all the time to get a diesel, but not everyone, you know, not everyone needs one. And unless you've owned a diesel, people always are like, well, why do I need it? And I'm like, there's just something about owning a diesel. There's just something about them, you know. I can't really explain it. I'm sure you guys that have diesels understand, but if you guys have gassers, I understand that not everyone needs a diesel. Not everyone needs to tow stuff, but I guarantee once you get one, you'll probably be pretty hooked. You know, with that being said, there's always going to be your fair share of idiots in the truck scene or the truck community that are just straight D-bags, or think that because they have said truck that they're just God's special child that landed on this earth. You know, at the end of the day, those aren't the people that you want to correlate with or be around, and ultimately just kind of ruin it for, I guess, the truck scene, would say. There's also, like, when we go to truck events, I always just try to, everyone, you know, the first gen gets some people to, and I always just try to be that guy that has conversations and make people feel like I actually want to talk to them and have a genuine conversation, you know, teach them something, or if they have specific questions, or if they're going to build something of their own, can be that. You know, I get DMs all the time about, you know, people just asking questions about the first gen and what they should or shouldn't do, or what I would do differently, or just questions about wheel and tire size. I mean, that's a huge one. Still to this day, probably one of the questions I get asked most is what wheel and tire setup do you have, you know? And for me to take the 30 seconds out of my day to reply to people and just have a genuine conversation with them about trucks, which is ultimately what I am passionate and can talk about with for hours, you know. It goes a long way, being that guy, because like I said, we all know someone that, because they have the newest or baddest truck to them, they just automatically think that they're better than everyone else, which at the end of the day, that's just not the case. Everyone's at different stages in the truck build scene, and you know, when I started out, my LLI was on some 20x14s, and stuff was paint matched, and I had color changing lights, and just the way that, like, the times change with building trucks and the truck scene as a whole, and you know, just stuff like that. Like, stuff changes, people change, builds change, usually for the better. But moral of the story is, there's people that think they're the bee's knees because they have the brand new 2022 F250 Platinum. You know, that doesn't mean nothing. I would say that it ain't more relevant than the guy that, you know, built something in his garage that's 20 years old with more miles, but I'm stuck. Moral of the story is, no matter the year, make, or model, just build what you enjoy, man. Build it how you want it. There's always going to be haters, and that's just the way. It's just the way the world works, my dude. And also, money doesn't grow on trees. As much as I wish it did, or wish that YouTube was funding this, let's be real, it don't. I enjoy filming. I enjoy putting videos out for you guys. It's pretty fun. Me and my dad enjoy it. Gives me and my dad something to bond together and do. And ultimately why I ended up having him get a first gen is just, you know, I'm more diesel oriented, I guess you'd say. Just love me some good old diesel trucks, and now that my old man's got one, we've, you know, been able to build the blue one together. And obviously with you guys will see the whole thing come together on the channel this year. But I think that's more so like what the diesel community in general needs to be about, is just bringing people to get like-minded people together that all share the same interests, or not even that, because we could, you know, I may not like how you built your truck or how you did it, or, you know, you might like some 18s and 35s and I like 24s and 33s, but at the end of the day, there's a mutual respect for, you know, kind of what you did or how you did it or why you built it that way, or if you actually use your truck. To be fair, everyone builds their trucks for different purposes, different venues, different reasons. What you think looks good, I might not think good, but at the end of the day, you can still disagree, but still have a mutual respect, I guess. And another thing that should be, I guess, discussed is, at the end of the day, stuff takes time, you know. If you're like the 90% of us that, you know, have your normal 9 to 5 and are out here trying to build something in your garage that you're proud of, you know, stuff takes time. Making money takes time. Turning something into something special to you, it just takes time. Don't be, everyone's at different levels in life, that where one person's at, you know, makes them better than you by any means. And everyone's got a different life to live out there. You know, the trucks I was building when I was single instead of living with my mom and dad, you know, no expenses, food was already on the table, like every paycheck was going to trucks, and hence why majority of the timeline that my trucks were built was, I'll say, when I wasn't married. Don't get me wrong, I love my wife, but, you know, rent, stuff like that, just different priorities now in life, and hence why the first gen's just kind of been the main practice for a while. It's just because when I bought it, it was cheap initially, and then parts for it aren't too expensive. And I mean, I think for the most part, all you guys already know, if you guys do the work yourself, it's going to be cheaper than having anyone do the work for you. I mean, when I didn't own a 12 valve before the first gen, you know. I didn't know nothing about 12 valves or how to make power with a 12 valve or anything like that. We went, checked it out, told my dad I wanted it, ended up paying the guy on the spot, and bought the first gen, which is now turned into, you know, what it is today. I didn't know nothing about them. You know, you just mechanicking, I guess, or working on your own stuff. That's one of the things, is take bolt off, just make sure it gets put back, and you can figure it out. I mean, you guys are obviously watching this on YouTube, which is a huge platform where I was Googling, YouTubing, and over time, you start to just build relationships with people within the 12 valve community. You know, Will and Meyer from Power Driven, they helped me at the last event. John Sherrado, Black Tie Race Fab, huge 12 valve guy, that's helped me out a ton. His turbo's on the 12 valve. You know, just building relationships over time and just doing stuff yourself, even if you don't know what you're doing. You know, we've never torn a 12 valve down to the extent that me and my dad are now, right? I mean, I know a gist of them now because I've done mine, but you just figure it out. I mean, that's really all there is to it. At the end of the day, you just figure it out. All right, now for you guys that want to get your door handles off, third gens, it's pretty easy. Pop this plug out, and then there's one 10 mil and one 10 mil, and then there's a rod that you'll have to get off your, I stand corrected, 8 millimeter. The other nice thing about having this mic is I can be over here at my toolbox and still be chatting with you guys. So, upgrades, thanks to Mom and Pop Richard's Christmas gift. Just trying to whip out some better content for y'all. You know, I get the whole built not bought mumbo jumbo. You know, if you didn't build something, which, to be fair, there is something about building your truck yourself versus taking it to some shop, but I also understand that not everyone, you know, has the time. I guess I can't say money, because if you're taking your truck to a shop to be built, then you probably have the money, to be fair. But I think that there's just something about building a truck yourself at the end of the day. I mean, that's really all there is to it. Just like that. 2 8 mils, your little rod, door handles are off. So, but, you know, figured we'd do a little bit different style of video, see how it does. Doesn't hurt to try something new and get some feedback on it. See if you guys like it. If you don't like it, get some feedback. See what we can do better this year for YouTube, and try to keep you guys wanting to come back for more. And, you know, I think we've been doing YouTube for, I think we're coming up on two years and like 3 months or something like that, which I appreciate each and every one of you that have, you know, considered hanging around with us. I mean, also with that being said, I think we're closing in on like 3,600 subs in 2 years and 3 months, which isn't ideal, bottom line, you know, which, you know, could be content based, could be whatever, but if you guys are new here, please, I'm not the type that just spam subscribe in my videos. I think everyone for the most part has the general gist of that already. Just being on YouTube. So, but consider sticking around. Mean a lot. I think, so I was talking to my buddy Dylan this morning about doing this video idea, and I think there will just become, like, let's say we do this for 5 years, right? We're at 2.5 years at the moment. Let's say I decide to do this for 5, right? And let's say year 5 comes around and we're at 5,500 subs. I think there comes a point when you've got to just be like, hey, you know, don't think that the YouTube thing's working out. And I think with that being said, I don't want you guys to think that I'm just in this for the money either, because I'm not. Hope you guys like going for a flight. I mean, because, you know, truth is, you know, in the 2.5 years that I've been doing YouTube, I think I made $1,000. So it's not nothing, but it also isn't anything to write home to either. Like I said, genuinely, I think it's a good way for me and my dad to have something to do together. You guys obviously all love my dad. He's definitely a character, and it's fun being able to do this with him and just share this, do this with him and have it all documented for, you know, you never know what's going to happen. And so I appreciate you guys who have stuck around. Joseph, Adrian, you're the other homie. You guys seem to comment damn near on every video, so don't think it goes unnoticed. We really do appreciate you guys. But I think we definitely, this year and next year, definitely got to put the pedal to the metal. Otherwise, you know. Can't forget about my dude OKC Garage either. Appreciate you. But, I mean, like I said, if we hit the 5-year point and you're like, hey, you know, 5,000 subscribers, I think there just comes a point between where, yeah, I'm not doing it for the money. So, Cole, why would you stop? But mutually, I think the amount of time this also takes to film videos like this. Every Saturday, me and Pops are out here on the grind trying to come up with ideas so that you guys have something to watch. And I think there just comes a point when it's like, hey, you know, gotta call it. But no worries, that's not happening anytime soon. Just housekeeping, general housekeeping, I guess. So, if you guys are new, consider sticking around. If you guys are the ones that keep watching, appreciate you. Doesn't go unnoticed. Share it with a friend. Try to get us some new faces around here, and just keep this puppy growing. We've got some good stuff coming for 2024. Obviously the Megacab build, the blue first gen build, and then I think my first gens. Obviously it's never fully done. Let's be real. Race truck things, but I think she's gonna end up with a kit of nitrous on her and possibly another Terpsky out there. So that's some of the stuff to look forward to. Me and Pops are always talking ideas and trying to come up with some new stuff. We have some ideas for, you know, some daily driver stuff, or like us getting some stuff to like have a little beater battle, I guess you'd say. But that's all stuff that's not here or now. All right, that's gonna do her. Each door handle and mirror is off. That's all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know. Leave some comments down below. Fill me in on how it was. We're just doing some testing. Figured to try out some new stuff. Otherwise, you'll be in the same spot if you don't switch some stuff up. So appreciate you guys. Take care of your 24 valve. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.